Step into almost any cathedral around the world and you'll see beautiful stained glass windows. A craft that started thousands of years ago can still be found today. We met with one local man who continues this colorful tradition that's more than just windows. For the past 21 years, Naperville resident Tom Carroll has had a passion for stained glass.
I had gone out to shop and I had seen a stained glass store and went inside and thought that it was so beautiful, and I really wanted to learn how to do stained glass windows. And I went home and told my wife, and for my 30th birthday I got lessons and all the tools that you need to do stained glass.
Carroll started out with leaded glass. To make a window using this method, he starts with a black and white image called a cartoon. Using sheets of colored glass, he lays it down on the image. He then traces the design and, using a diamond-tipped pen, cuts along his line.
You then stretch lead, so it's lead cane is what it's called, and one of the things, you pull it, it gets a little harder, you clip it, and you can cut it to the shapes that you need it in. And then you have to, any places where two pieces of lead intersect, you have to solder it.
Over the years, his hobby has expanded. He discovered he could mold the glass into things like plates and bowls. While I was there, he made a bowl using two different sheets of glass in a method called fusing.
Cut the glass in the shapes or sizes or whatever you want, and then you put it into a kiln, heat that glass up to 12 to 1300 degrees in a kiln, and it melts together, fuses together. Then, when that's done, you can take that piece and you can what's called slump it.
He then realized that if he cut the fused glass into smaller pieces, he could make beads and jewelry.
I began to think about what's called Lampwork, which is using a blowtorch with glass rods, and you're melting that glass and to make beads.
Like many hobbies, it isn't about selling his work. For Carroll, it's the alone time and relaxation that stained glass provides.
This is really a quiet hobby, and this is a kind of a creative hobby, and an envisioning something of beauty, and then having alone time, and you know, it's kind of therapeutic in that perspective of escape and relaxation, and so I love that component of it.
Carroll says inspiration is everywhere if you just know where to look. His favorite place to see stained glass, the Smith Museum at Navy Pier.